Hey everybody, this is GGB. It's time to get back to upset of the day. Okay, so I decided a new thing since most people aren't watching these. I decided if I don't make the goal for the week, I will put a whole bunch of little dares in a hat, and I will draw from that hat, and I will do whatever dare is in there. Yesterday, I didn't do a video again. I was really exhausted yesterday. I had a lot of things going on. I had a concert. So I never made a video yesterday. I didn't think it was a big deal because there's no top 25 teams playing. But normally if there's no top 25 teams playing, I would pick a Power 5 team to be upset. Okay, but there were only two Power 5 teams playing yesterday. I thought, okay, this is an easy half point. I don't even have to make a video because I was so worried yesterday. Plus, I didn't even get my cards video out because I was working so hard at my concert and other things that were pretty important. College stuff, if you were wondering. So I didn't put out a video yesterday. I thought, okay, I'll talk about it in this video and be like, I'll just take the half a point because no one got upset yesterday. Well, that didn't quite happen. If you did not know yesterday, there were two Power 5 teams playing. Cleveland State was playing Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State was able to eke by in that one, not by a lot, only won by 5 points, but they were able to survive, and I'm like, okay. And then I scroll down a little bit, and Albany beat Boston College. So I don't get half a point. By the way, that would not have been the one I picked, so it doesn't make a huge difference. So the thing is, looking back at it, I might have picked that one. It's just like, I know Oklahoma State's a really good really good basketball team, really good football team this year too, but Oklahoma State's a pretty solid basketball team. But Cleveland State's also really good, so it would be debating between picking a good Power 5 team against a good non-Power 5 team, or picking a bad Power 5 team against again, Albany did not have a winning record heading into that game against a bad non-Power 5 team. So it was like a debate for me, and I honestly didn't know what I was going to pick, but I don't get any points for that week. And again, I still have to hit that 4-point digit limit. So let's get into what games are on today. 6 o'clock, you got two games, Northwestern State, which is at 2-8, traveling to number 19 LSU, which is 9-0. LSU favored 31.5 points on the SEC Network. 6 o'clock, you also have USC Upstate, which is 2-7, traveling to number 18 Tennessee, which is 7-2. Again, Tennessee favored by 33.5 points on the SEC Network Plus. 7 o'clock, you got three games. South Carolina State, which is at 3-7, traveling to number 2 Duke, which sits at 7-1. Favored by 36.5 points on the ACC Network. At 7 o'clock, we also got UL Lafayette, which sits at 5-4, traveling to number 14 Houston, which sits at 8-2. Houston favored by 23 points on ESPN Plus. At 7 o'clock, we also got Arkansas State, which sits at 7-2, traveling to number 25 Texas Tech, which is at 7-1. Texas Tech favored by 23.5 points on ESPN Plus. 8 o'clock, we got number 6 Alabama, which is at 8-1, traveling to Memphis, which is at 5-4. Alabama favored by 3.5 points on ESPN2. And then 8 o'clock, we also got Arkansas Pine Bluff, which is 1-10, traveling to number 17 Texas. Texas favored by 34.5 points on ESPNU. And at 8 o'clock, we also got North Alabama traveling to number 13 Auburn. Auburn is favored by 27.5 points on the SEC Network. So again, these are mostly blowouts. Again, only one of these games has less than a 23-point spread, which is not great. And obviously, that's going to be the one I'd like to pick. But I'd like to talk about a couple of them for a second. And again, there's not a huge chance for upsets today. I think there's only really one shot. But I will talk about two games that I think are halfway close. Again, like Northwestern State, I just don't think has the ability to beat LSU. Same for USC Upstate beating Tennessee, South Carolina State beating Duke. And I don't think Arkansas Pine Bluff can beat Texas, and North Alabama can beat Auburn. But I will talk about these two 7 o'clock games. I'd like to talk about the one I think has a better chance first. Again, Texas Tech is barely in the top 25. Again, 25. Again, they've been having a good year so far, but who knows how real that is, you know? They have been playing pretty bad basketball teams so far. Now, to be fair, so has Arkansas State. The Red Wolves have been playing some pretty lackluster opponents, but they are 7-2, and they are one of the better teams in the Sun Belt so far this year. So that leaves an interesting predicament. Now, I don't think this is an insane chance for an upset, but you're talking about a barely top 25 team going against a pretty good Sun Belt team. There's a possibility there. Again, I'm going to take the way better possibility, but I'm just saying 23 I had to pick one and it wasn't going to be Alabama-Memphis, I would have taken Arkansas State over Texas Tech. I mean, Arkansas State's been playing some pretty good basketball this year. And then the other argument is UL Lafayette against number 14 Houston. Now, again, I don't think it's as good of an argument, but Houston's been having... I mean, they haven't beaten some elite teams. Now, again, UL Lafayette's not an elite team. They're 5-4 this year. But at least they have a winning record, which is more than almost every other team, right? Plus, Houston's a group of 5 team. And UL Lafayette's a well-known, somewhat program, the Raging Cajuns. Everyone kind of knows it from football. I think there's a possibility there. Again, the spread's only 23 points, so again, it's the second closest spread of the day. But I still think if I was going to take the game, I'd take Arkansas State over Texas Tech over them. But let's get into the real grit, and this is the 8 o'clock, number 6 Alabama traveling to Memphis. Memphis gets the game at home. That's a big deal as well, right? The thing with Memphis is everyone had such high hopes for Memphis to start the year, right? Everyone was like really, really high on Memphis. They're 5-4. They've started out the season not great. Now they do have some pretty high quality wins. They have a win over a Virginia Tech team that has been really good this year and is likely he's likely going to make the tournament, in my opinion. Memphis, on the other hand, it's 5-4 with losses to teams like Georgia. I don't know. I know they lost to Iowa State too, but that, looking back in hindsight, that's not a bad loss considering how good Iowa State's been this year since the addition of Isaiah Brockington. On the other hand, Alabama's, I've seen arguments they should have been won. Now, I don't really agree with that. I think Baylor is an undefeated basketball team. I know they haven't played the hardest schedule, but I think they were national champions last year. They should get the benefit of the doubt. They are the one team, and I don't disagree with that fact. And it kind of curses them, but one team's normally have lost so far this year. I mean, Gonzaga lost, and then Duke was won. In the week they got to one, Ohio State beat them. And then the week Purdue gets to be one, Rutgers pull off a shocker at home. And it's just like, I don't know if you want to be one, guys. Baylor's kind of put themselves a target on their back. They're probably going to lose this week, considering they got the one spot. So it's actually kind of interesting here. Alabama's a really good basketball team this year, and a lot of them have national championship level hopes. Memphis had that to start the year. They have not started off the season great, but again, a chance for a bounce back game here, a chance for a bounce back win. Memphis definitely has the talent on their roster, and that's why I'm going to pick Memphis here as my upset of the day. I think this is the best chance of pulling off an upset today. Plus, I think Memphis actually does have a legitimate shot here. They get the game at home, so number one, you get home court advantage. This Memphis team definitely has the talent to beat Alabama. It's just been putting it together that has been the problem. And I really think Memphis has a chance to get their season back on track with a win here. Give me Memphis to pull off the upset.